Metal, good day, kids. Are you ready for the year-end ramble? We got a lot to go over, so let's get started. Here we go. All right, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everybody is doing well and had a great weekend and had a good holiday week last week, and we have kind of a holiday week this week. Depends on how you think of it, you know what I mean? Anyway, but this is the last ramble of the year, and it's been a heck of a year. We're going to go over a lot of that stuff. Wanted to do a few regular updates before I started here. So on live shows, if you're into HO, on Friday night, Rich's Slot Car Room does a live show. I'm not sure of the time, probably 7 o'clock or something like that. If you're sub to Rich, I'm sure you will see something about it. Rich has a cool channel, great HO channel, good stuff. I highly recommend it. And another one, another HO one, Adam Hurt, the original Adam Hurt. Hey, Adam. He does a show on Wednesday nights. That's a pretty cool show, too. So just something to check out. Go ahead, go to those channels, give them a sub, give them a like. Comment if you wish, you know, cool channels, man. There's no wrong way to slot car. Remember that. Okay. So this week we're going to do some live racing tomorrow night. Both the Daves and maybe Den will be here. So we'll have the Triple D and myself. Maybe Adam will be here. So we'll be doing some live racing. I'm not sure exactly what time we're going to start yet. I'll try to post a notification or something like that when I get a better time nailed down. We might go grab some dinner, what have you, and then do a races. When we're doing the races, I'm going to try to do a slightly different format where, kind of like when we were filming the races, where I'll kind of say, okay, you know, here we're going to do a GT race. You know, we'll try to stand in front of the camera and say that, you know, and just say who's participating and what cars we're using. So then you guys can kind of keep track a little bit better if you're watching. So tune in, check it out if you like. We appreciate it if you do. Let me see, what else? We'll be doing an unboxing of Dave the Hat Man's new car, probably tomorrow, which means that we'll get it out later this week. It's a very cool BMW. I'm not saying what it is, though. So yeah, that's going to happen. On the bench this week, I actually need to fix my 917. I think I mentioned whoever did that car when I bought it. It was a conversion, and it was a slightly used conversion I picked up from Carrera Slots from their bargain bin. And it's an insanely fast car, but when they did the hack job, they didn't put the they cut the light wires, so I need to put some redo the light wires in there. Not a huge deal, but you know, I'm going to actually film that when I have it on the bench. I will use the new camera clamp for the down view and try to get in there on that. If you didn't see, I posted a video with this new clamp vise thing we have. It does have a link in the description if you wish to purchase one. So it's really a neat thing for the money. All these neat little camera things we picked up this year. So very cool. Yeah, sorry. Just trying to take two things at once. My brain kind of doesn't do that well. Well, there you are. You needed to make an appearance anyway. Come here. Come here, baby. Come on. Up. 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 There she is. Everybody wants to see Phoebe. Phoebe, say hello. Hi, baby. Yes, good girl. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Yes, it's our last show of the year, isn't it? Yes. Yes. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Are you pretty? Okay, off. Sit. Sit. Shake. Good. Give me 5. Good girl. Are you pretty? Are you pretty? Good girl. All right. Okay, now I'm going to have to pet her to keep her happy, but that's okay. We wanted Phoebe to make an appearance. Thanks for all the comments on Phoebe. She's a great dog, and we love her very much. All pets are family, you know. Okay, so yeah, for on the bench, and then I need there's a small repair I need to do on Dave the Hat Man's Pioneer. One of the wires came loose in the front, so I'm gonna have to take care of that and sort that out. And the other thing on the bench, you saw the new giant truck. I'm going to, and by the way, that truck is a blast to drive around. It's very fun. I highly recommend you get one of them if you don't have one. It's a lot more fun than the Carrera trucks because it's so big and ungainly, believe it or not. Its awkwardness is what makes it fun, if that makes any sense to you guys. So yeah, when I do my truck video, which I'm planning on trying to do in January, I'm going to talk about the Carrera trucks and actually talk about that trucks, and I'm going to get one of the Fly trucks as well. The Fly trucks have insanely good detail. So that's going to be my next pickup truck-wise. All right, so for this show, I changed my viewpoint. I'm just going to do a couple different viewpoints on this one just to make it more interesting. Kind of like this viewpoint. It's got a little bit of the diorama there. So let me move on here. All right. So I'm doing a little, I started this YouTube channel as a journal for moving from HO slot cars to digital slot cars. So back in January, I started kind of getting the slot car bug again, January of this year. And I, just started looking on YouTube of slot car tracks, and then I was looking at the HO tracks and all that, and I unboxed my HO track and made an impromptu table. All I did was put a piece of wood on some, them lumber stands. I can't think of the darn word. Anyway, just some of those things that are fold out, just, one sheet of OSB 4x8 and set up the track on there. And I put the loop back in and everything, all the cool stuff, started driving it around, and it was fun and all that. And, as I was doing that, I was talking to some of the guys about it and telling them how I put the track back together and, maybe we should start racing again. And by this time I had noticed the digital cars. And when I was looking at my YouTube videos, and I was like, these are really neat. And then I started paying more attention to those videos and watching a few and seeing that, they could change lanes. They can have lots of guys on the track at the same time, or cars, you know what I mean? And then also, I saw the neat wood tracks that are beautiful, that are custom laid out, and, the ovals and what have you. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of slot car stuff out there. And then I was telling the dudes kind of about it and mentioned the whole digital thing, and that's when I started looking at how much they were, and I saw the Retro Grand Prix for, I think it was around $300 or something like that. I can't remember exactly now. Maybe it was $350. Found a good price for it, but anyway, and I started looking at that. It had 3 cars, 3 controllers, 3 of us could race, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's really cool. We got to do that. We got to do that. And talked to the guys about it, and then they're like, yeah, it might be kind of cool. And so I figured I'd give it a whirl. So that's when I picked that set up. And that was back when it came in. My first video I did on March 22nd, and that's just where I said, hey, I think it only has like 20 views. It's kind of funny. But anyway, so we picked up the Retro Grand Prix, and then I did an unboxing video of it after I built the initial table. I did the actual table first before I did that because I was doing all my research, and I was talking to Dan about it, our video editor and fellow racer, and told him about it, and him and Adam came over and they helped me put the table together. And like I said, mine's just sitting on some folding tables with borders to make them kind of notch on top of the table and not move around. And it works really well, and if I ever need to take it down, I can with ease, instead of, building big heavy legs and all that. I will say this though, if you bump the table, it does kind of move a little bit, because all of us have done it, moving around the table and all that. I left a pretty good amount of room, and suffered table space wise, so we could move around in here. I could make this table a lot bigger and the track a lot bigger, but then shagging the cars would be really hard. Marshalling the cars. We call it shagging the cars. We started calling it shagging the cars back when we raced the HO cars in the 90s, so we still call it shagging the cars. So if you hear us say who's going to shag, that means who's going to marshal. It's just what we say. But anyway, it's all the same thing. So at any rate, yeah, if I made it really bigger, it would be really hard to obtain anything. I'd have to get grabbers for everything, and it'd make it a pain in the butt. Working on the track would be a pain in the butt. So, I don't know. I've considered it, and who knows, the future could change that. So, yeah, so, let me see here. So, looking at where the track is now, compared to the first track I set up. I'm going to put a link up here for you guys to check out the first track I set up when I did ghost races. I didn't even set the track up until I actually had the pit lane, I think. And then I did my first ghost race with just the 3 cars that came in the Grand Prix. I took the Porsche and used the other 2 cars as ghost cars, and I was just hooked at that point. It was just so much fun and so cool, and changing the lanes, and you know, the cars have lights in the front and the rear, which the HO cars never generally did. You know, a few of them would have headlights, but it was few and far between. So yeah, I was like, oh, this is really neat. And then I was looking at other tracks, and I'm like, okay, we got to get more pieces and get more stuff and all this other stuff. And then we had the long wait for a lot of the pieces. I think you guys that have been following me a long time recall I was, you know, complaining about that. And then I, you know, hated the guardrails, that the fact that you can just rail around the track, and you know, there's not a lot of skill in just railing around the track, unfortunately. But it is fun. So again, there's no wrong way to slot cars, so that's cool too. But we wanted an actual racing challenge a little more, because we found that, you know, the one guy was using the guardrail lanes all the time, and then, you know, I wanted the borders, the shoulders, and then the shoulders weren't available, and that took a while to get in. So, you know, the waiting is the hardest part, Tom Petty. So yeah, it's been a heck of a journey. And you know, seeing that video and seeing, you know, just all it was the track. There was literally nothing else there but the track. And what it is now with, you know, it's sort of a diorama. I try to make it, you know, into a racetrack. I wish I had room to do, you know, the whole cityscape and all that good scenery stuff, like all the scenery guys out there that are really good at it, because you know, there's so many beautiful diorama cityscapes set up. You know, then the guys that have the trains with it too is super cool. You know, and some of the guys have the HO tracks on with the digital tracks, and the 143rds on with the digital tracks, or vice versa, or all 3 or 4. You know, that's just, it's so cool. It's so cool. I've loved trains since I was a kid too. I wish I had room for trains. Den has a giant train thing that he needs to get set up, but he doesn't have anywhere to do it. I told him he should just boot one of them kids out that are freeloading. I know you're watching this, Den, but it would be really cool. And congratulations to Den. He has like 3 days of work left, and he is retired, so he made it out. So grats to you, Den. And you know, he's probably just going to get to be a better video editor, and his skills have gone up a lot. You know, and that's another thing that's gone up a lot. You know, the first videos we made versus the videos we make now, the production quality, I think, is certainly better. And, you know, the fact that we can edit and add in extra stuff, and the music and all that stuff, the slow down, speed up things, and some of that. So we've certainly gotten better on that. And using introductions and endings and all of that stuff, and it certainly makes them more interesting to watch. So, you know, we're really happy about that. And I now have over 500 subscribers. I haven't brought that up yet because I didn't actually notice it at first, and my subscriber rate has a tendency to fluctuate by 10 or so. I don't know why. Every now and then they just go away, and who knows why, but you know, whatever. I don't worry about it. I just go with the flow. I'm just happy people are watching and enjoying the channel. And so thank you, every one of my subscribers out there, for 500. I'm trying to figure out something to do for that. May do a small shirt giveaway 1 or 2 shirts. I'm trying to sort out how. So, you know, stay tuned for that. I will certainly keep you guys appraised of that. Let me see here. And I'm working on tallying up all the shirts and what I'll have left and all that. And then I'm letting a few people know that there may be a few available to buy for, you know, just cost basically is all cost and shipping is all I'm really going to ask for it, because I just want to promote the channel. I'm not looking to make any money. I just want to make all you slot heads happy. So, hey, that's a cool thing. All right. What else do we got here? Sorry about the pause. Okay. So another thing that's happened this year is you know, I've been looking at all the channels that are out there to view. Switched angles on you. Haha. So more that's gone on this year that I've really liked is the community that I have learned about and became a part of it's an amazing community. There are so many wonderful, cool people in the slot car world. Yeah, all you guys are great and amazing. And there's so many cool channels in different forms of what the channel is about. And like I like to say, there is no wrong way to slot car, you know, be it the guys that are doing the custom work and creating slot cars from scratch or model kits, you know, just to run around their track because they like them and they want them to look that way and be cool and just be the car that they want it to be, which is really cool because they're making what they want to happen. And that is really special if you think about it, because how often do you truly get what you want? Not that often, you know what I mean? So that's really, really neat. And the guys that are filming, you know, the second part, the other facet of that would be the fact that they also, you know, make their own bodies. A lot of them not making, you know, taking a model and making a car into it, which is another, you know, great thing with the brass bodies and all that. But, you know, they're actually printing a car body out, and they're also making something they really want to happen, but they're printing it out and actually creating it, which is, you know, another level of coolness and greatness that's so great about the hobby. So very cool, you know, and the HO guys modding their cars and changing them to do that. I watched a video today of a guy that took a TCR car and turned it into a regular slotted HO car. He was saying that they're actually faster. Just really a neat thing. There's so many cool guys too in the HO world and the 133rd world. So many great facets to the hobby, whatever size you're racing and what you do with it. You know, like Harry makes a lot of really cool videos where he crashes cars, and that's really cool. Other people do big ghost car races, and there's some where they made, you know, it looked like an actual race, so that's really cool too. I've thought about doing that, making an actual race type video. I got an idea on that, we'll see. It'll take a lot of work, but it might end up being a cool product, and then again, it might be a completely stinky poo-poo product. So, you know, we're gonna give it a try. I'm just working on a storyboard and that sort of thing, but you don't want to hear about all that crap, do you? And another great thing is how many friends I've acquired in the slot car world over these last 7-8 months. It's amazing. So many great people. You know, I have lots of new friends on Facebook that I actually talk to on a regular basis, and you know, some people I actually speak with. So, you know, you guys are all great. So many great friends. I really appreciate it. It's nice. It really is. So, what else do we got to talk about here? Let me think. Hang on. All right, kids. So we've got just a couple more things to go over before we end this ramble. All right. So, for the 5. For number 1, Slot Car Dad. I watched a video of his where he featured an old, I believe it was a Tyco Race and Chase set that he chased a cop car, chased a guy around, and it was just really cool and very nostalgic. I remember wanting one of those when I was a kid. And he's got a lot of great videos. So check his channel out. As always, we will post the link to all of these 5 below and the video of the week below in the description. So please check it out. All right, second channel of the week is Snuggy's Slot Car Den. Snuggy's an HO guy. He's got some good comedy stuff. He's just an up-and-coming channel. We like to feature small channels on here as much as we can. So check his channel out. Give him a sub. Give him a like. Watch his stuff. Some of his comedy stuff you got to check out. I highly recommend it. The next one is Gref's Shed. That's Grefs. He's an Australian guy. He's got a beautiful digital routed wood track that will blow your mind. You really should check that out. Give him a like, give him a sub. Really cool. And the next one of the big pages, we try to feature one big page a week, MP Slot Car with the sliding guy, Massimo. Check his stuff out. He's got all kinds of cool videos, cool cars, cool track, great layout. Check it out. And the last one, now this is not a slot car page. However, it has some amazingly entertaining and cool stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen the guys that set up the really cool diorama tracks for Hot Wheels where they race downhill. This is one of those, and it's really a good one. There's a few really good ones, and I might go over them a little bit more, but it's extremely entertaining, and I think Hot Wheels are close enough to slot cars that it's cool. And if you're not into it, it's all good. But if you are, you should check it out, and it's Gravity Throttle Racing. They have 2 different tracks set up, and the reason I say that as well is he did a video where he's got a train layout going around the whole thing too, and he has these 2 tracks set up in this very large room. For the downhill thing, and then he has a train set below that's going to be part of it, and the trains actually go through the courses as well. So it's extremely cool, and I highly recommend you check it out. All right, and for the video of the week, we're going to give that to Track Fans TV for his Slot Car Awards of the Year video. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but if not, like I said, it'll be down in the description field. So that about covers it. Phoebe's pestering me again, but that's okay. She's pretty. Are you pretty? Are you pretty? Yes, you are. Good girl. All right. Okay, so thanks, everyone. Thanks for a wonderful year. Thanks for checking out the videos and being a part of the channel. We truly appreciate it. Please give a comment below if you have anything to say. I wish everybody truly a happy new year. We're going to have some great stuff coming next year, I'm sure. The blimp cam is coming for those who have asked for it. I figured out how to do it, and I'm actually going to be testing it hopefully later today. So the blimp cam may be coming maybe even on New Year's Eve for the Friday stuff, or for the live stuff, but I can't promise that yet. I am going to try to get it tested today. Phoebe, stop. So again, thank you from everybody here at ToJu Racing, from Den, from the Daves, from Mike, from Kurt, from Adam. We all appreciate you guys checking out the videos, checking out the channel, and liking things out. Phoebe, stop. And she's messing me up, but that's okay. All right, truly, thanks everybody. Thanks much. Have a great year. Stop. I had my thought train done and my dogs messed it all up. And that's easy to mess my thought train up. It can derail really fast. Anyways, in closing, thank you everyone. Thank you all my subscribers. Thanks everyone for watching the videos, for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing, and being a part of this little slot car world here that we kind of have at ToJu Racing and Skipper's Speedway. And yeah, so remember, there's no wrong way to slot car. Be a kid as often as possible, because adulthood is not all it's cut up to be. And responsibility, well, that's just a bunch of chains. You know what I mean? All right. Be good to each other. Race your slot cars. Have a good weekend on New Year's Eve. Don't drink and drive, please. Please. I was hit by a drunk driver once. Not cool. So thanks, everybody. Have a great new year. We'll see you next year. Bye-bye. Metal. Iron Maiden rules, by the way. Up your irons. Cheers, kids.